I am Dr. Deepak Dadwal, Associate Professor in Electronics and Communication Department, CEC CGC Landra. I have done my PhD on Optical Networks and Wireless Communication System. So today I am taking a lecture on Wireless Communication System. What is Wireless Communication System? Communication system is a medium to transfer the data from sender to user, and in the transferation of this data we are taking the help of wireless system. There are wired system also available, but wireless system provides a better feature, a better functionality when it is compared with wired system. And nowadays the trend is that everything is going through wirelessly. So if I talk about the introduction of this topic, there are different wireless systems. Example, paging system, cordless telephone, cellular telephone. We have used pagers also in earlier systems. Pager is the small device which will be kept in our pocket, and it is connected to an MTSO or a telephone network, and a telephone call is being made, a message is being dropped, and wirelessly the same message is being received on our page system. So this is a paging system. Then we have a cordless telephone which are used in our homes, in offices also, and the cordless system has a connectivity up to some extent or up to some distance. So the cordless system is connected to your main telephone, and you can move the cordless system into a nearby area. Then we have a cellular system. Cellular system is made up of a cell. We basically make use of a hexagonal cell. There is an ideal shape that is circular. Hexagonal is a perfect shape which covers all the vertices of the environment, and in this environment we have basically a hexagonal cell. Base stations and mobile stations are placed in a hexagonal cell, and they are used in a cellular telephone system. Then there is small, which we use in our daily purposes, Bluetooth and Zigbee. Bluetooth also provides a communication network up to some meters, that depends on the range available. And we will also cover the advantages and disadvantages of wireless system and wireless communication. So if I talk about the examples of wireless communication system, the first example is your cordless telephone. Cordless telephone is what? Cordless telephone is connected to a landline telephone network or a landline telephone, and the cordless telephone has certain range, so you can talk on the cordless telephone up to certain distance. That is available in offices nowadays, in residential or everywhere. We are basically making more use of a mobile telephone network. Then remote controller. We have remote controller through which we control our consumer electronic products. We make use of them in ACs, we make use of them in other systems. Then we have handheld walkie-talkies. Handheld walkie-talkies have more ranges. Basically, in our security purpose, we make use of the walkie-talkies. Then we have pagers also available. If I talk about pagers, earlier nowadays in the older system we make use of the pagers, and pagers get the message through a wireless system. Then we have a cellular telephone. Cellular telephone is basically the mobile station or the mobile unit which we are using in a cellular network. Cell is a hexagonal cell. Now what is a cell? Cell is basically dividing area into smaller cell and placing transmitter at every cell is called a cellular system. Then we have wireless LAN also. Earlier we have wired LAN. Nowadays we are also having a wireless LAN, local area network, in which everyone is connected to through a wireless LAN. Then what is a mobile? Mobile is called mobile because it is in the moving phase. When we are in a moving phase, so any radio terminal that moves during operation, any radio terminal. So mobile is a radio terminal which is sometimes remains on the single point, sometimes it is in the moving state. So when it is in the moving state, it is called mobile. Then we have portable, used at walking speed, right? Portable means that at a walking speed we have basically handheld. Then subscriber, which are used for mobile and portable uses. So these all are the examples of wireless communication system. Then classification of mobile radio transmission system. We have wired system, we have wireless system, in which we have different channels. We have a simplex channel, duplex channel, we have a full duplex channel. Then simplex channel is the one channel which is only in one direction. Either you can transmit or either you can receive only in one direction. Half duplex channel is the same radio channel for both transmission and reception, right? It is the same channel, but both of them cannot be done at one point of time. Then full duplex channel, it is simultaneously radio transmission and reception. Both are done at one point of time, right? So either we can do frequency division duplexing in it, or either we can do time division duplexing in it. So what is frequency division duplexing is? It uses two radio channels, right? So we have basically forward channel, which is mobile station to base station to mobile user, or either in the reverse. In reverse we have mobile user to base station. Then we have time division, in which a single radio channel is shared in one point of time. For an example, from base station to mobile station we have a forward channel. From mobile station to base station we have a reverse channel. Now this is the example of paging system. What is done is over here is that this is the PSTN, this is the mobile, this is the PSTN landline network. It is connected through a PSTN line to a paging control center. It is a paging control center which is responsible for transferring of data through different phones, and these are the page terminals. These are the page terminals. Now either it would be a landline network, either it would be a satellite network. So the paging terminal is connected to nearby base station, and the base station transmit the data to the person who is having a page, who is having a paging unit in his pocket. The same page he will receive on the landline network. So conventional paging system send a brief message to subscriber. Then we have a modern paging system. Modern paging system transmit the message in more detail. Example are news headlines, stock quotation, faxes, right, and large transmission power to cover wide area. Then paging systems are the wireless communication system that are designed to send a brief message to subscriber. It is a one-way messaging system in which base station send messages to all subscribers. So base station sends the message to all subscribers. The paging system transmit the message also known as page. So page is basically a transmit message which is being sent, and the coverage area of paging system is 2 to 5 kilometers. This is the ideal coverage area, and within the individual building or within the coverage range. Then what are the paging systems? We have a manual paging system and we have a automatic paging system. So in manual paging system, a message is sent to the paging operator through telephone call. A message is sent to the telephone call. And in automatic paging system, incoming requests are automatically processed by the paging terminal and the information delivers to pagers. So automatic will be done automatically. There is no request. But in manual paging system, we make a request and the information is sent to the page. Okay, so a pager, what is the pager is having? A pager is having a receiver. Receiver is a kind of an antenna which receives the data from the base station. A decoder, which where the binary information is decoded by the decoder. A conventional logic, it is responsible for locking off message and freeze. And a display. Display will used to read the messages. Then if we talk about the cordless telephone, cordless telephones are the one which provides a full duplex communication system. Full duplex communication system means that transmitter and receiver both are done at one point of time, right? So it is a first generation telephones or cordless phones. It are used in homes also. Communication is in the dedicated purpose. Then it is basically few tons of meter is the communication. Then we moved from there to the second generation telephone. In second generation telephone system, it is basically used for outdoor systems and combined with the pager system. So the range of it is few hundred meters per second is the range. So this is basically a telephone system. If you look at this diagram, these are basically the hexagonal cells. These are basically in the environment, and these towers are the base stations. And we are moving in a base station. For an example, if this car is moving in the base station, nearby base station, and it is in the cell, all the base stations are connected to MSC. MSC is the mobile switching center, which is responsible for the communication, which is responsible for sending station to the nearby base station, and they are connected through wired links to the public switch telephone network, PSTN. So it is a hexagonal cell, and in this hexagonal cell, even if you look at, all the cars are in the moving state. So if all the cars are in the moving state, so it is basically physically they are moving, and they are connected to the nearby base station. So cellular telephone system provide connection to the PSTN for any location. It has large number of uses. A geographical area, large geographical area can be covered in cordless cellular telephone. Limited frequency spectrum. We work on limited frequency spectrum, but that doesn't mean that we are basically having a hindrance of dropping calls. In small frequency, limited frequency spectrum, we make use of frequency division duplexing and time division duplexing spectrum technologies. Then reuse of channel. Basically, the cells which are at a particular distance are making use of the same frequency, so that the interference between them should be minimum, and they must be spaced at an equal distance within each other. So frequency reuse is a concept which is adopted in the cell. That is because we have a limited number of frequencies. So if I talk about basic cellular system, basic cellular test system has a mobile station, it has a base station and mobile switching center. This is your basic telephone network. So communication, basically we have forward voice channel, in which transmission from base station to mobile. We have reverse voice channel, then forward control channel and reverse control channel. Then the Bluetooth technology. Bluetooth technology is that it permits to connect various electronic systems to wirelessly to a system for the transferring of data. Cell phones are connected to the hand-free earphones. There are mouse wireless systems, there are mouse wireless keyboards, and through Bluetooth technology, we basically make use of this technology every day in our life. What are the Bluetooth technology? Wireless personal area network, Wi-Fi basically. Then what are the design goals? Why do we develop this Bluetooth system? Because it is the replacement of cables. It is a replacement of cables. Low cost is there. Low power is there, small size is there, and it is meeting a standard of IEEE 802.15.1. So what are the versions? We have 1.2 version, that is 72.1 kb per second, 2.0 version, 3.0 version and 4.0 version. If we talk about Bluetooth 4.0 version, its speed is basically 1 Mbps per second. What is ZigBee? The design of ZigBee is basically it consumes the low power consumption. The design is very simple and few cost. If we talk about history, the ZigBee new style network began in around 1998. Then IEEE 802.115.4 was the first, completed in 2003, and ZigBee allowance was made in 2002. So these are the applications of ZigBee. Basically, it is used for security purpose, for building automation, for personal healthcare, ZigBee is there. Wireless control, that simply works. Then industrial control would be there. Then residential lighting purpose, then personal computers, as well as consumer electronics. So the basically applications of ZigBee is your personal electronics, PC and peripherals, residential purposes, industrial controls, and personal healthcare. So these are the applications of ZigBee. Now what are the difference between Bluetooth and ZigBee is that if we talk about the protocol stacks, it consumes 250 kb, it's less than 32 kb. Range, if I talk about range, Bluetooth range is around 10 to 100 meters and ZigBee range is around 30 to 100 meters. If I talk about link rate, 1 Mbps is Bluetooth, 250 kbps is Zigbee. Battery is rechargeable in one place, it is non-rechargeable. Then devices, 8 devices are connected over there, 2 to 6 devices are connected. And FHSS and DSSS is the air interface. Usage, basically Bluetooth is the, we use Bluetooth in more as compared to your Zigbee. And network time is long and yes, and so on. So these are the difference between Bluetooth and Zigbee. In Zigbee, basically smaller packets over a large network would be sent, and in Bluetooth, large packets over a small area would be sent. That is the difference. It is more static, it is ad hoc network. In Bluetooth, we follow ad hoc network, file transfer. It is used in home automation, toys, remote control, but Bluetooth is used in screen, graphics, pictures, hands, and etc. So this is Bluetooth is what? Bluetooth is a cable replacement of items like phones, laptops, computer heads. Bluetooth expect regular charging. And Zigbee. Zigbee is better for devices where battery is rarely replaced. The targets are tiny fraction of the horsepower, new opportunities where wireless are not yet used. So Zigbee is used over there. Application of Zigbee is remote sensing and control, Bluetooth, machine to machine. What are the advantages of wireless communication? The advantages of wireless communication is that any data can be transferred at faster with higher speed. Maintenance and installation is at lower cost. Then the internet we can access at any place. Internet can be accessed from anywhere wirelessly. It is very useful for workers, doctors working in remote areas that can use for medical purpose. What are the disadvantages of wireless? An unauthorized person can easily capture the wireless signal spread through here. So we basically use several security purpose. Then it is very important to secure a wireless network so that information cannot be misused by unauthorized user. Applications of wireless network for security system, for your television of the remote controls, for Wi-Fi, for cell phones, for wireless power transmitter, right? So these are the advantages of wireless communication. And now what is the conclusion of overall thing is that the wireless communication system is one of the most used communication system everywhere. And there are different examples we have discussed: paging system, cordless telephone, cellular telephone, Zigbee and Bluetooth. If we talk about the pager system transmits a small page to the person who is carrying a page. If I talk about cordless system is of a smaller range. If I talk about the cellular wireless system is most operated nowadays. We have a limited frequency spectrum, and the area is divided into different cells. The person who is having a mobile unit is moving in these cells. They are connected to the nearby base station, and all the base stations are connected to the MTSO. So any message which would be received will be reached to your mobile. So this is all about the wireless system and the application we will discuss nowadays. Thank you.